let's get this started. Welcome, Rivals Faithful. This is gonna be my first ever patch note review on the channel. I'm kind of excited for this. But anyway, before we get into that, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is King Leemur. I cover a variety of different games, but primarily most of you who are here, congrats to me for the 50 subs, my first 50 subs here on YouTube. So thank you guys for that. I think about 11, 12 of you guys, majority of you guys, 30% of you guys are Rivals players. So I'm doing this patch note review for you guys. And if you've never played Rivals of Aether 2, check us out. Check out the game. We're about to go over the new patch notes. Rivals of Aether 2 just went through its first season, and pretty much the seasons of Rivals goes with not necessarily a ranked season in like typical games, but this season was about a lot of their major tournaments. So that was in the past year. The season just ended with Genesis, and so this new patch, this new patch is going to set the standard for the next year. So let's go over the patch notes. Let's get into it. Patch 1.5.5 Aether Legends Resurgence. Heroes from across time return in the new Aether Legends Resurgence event 2026. This year we're imagining some rivals as they be if they were chosen a different path. See the legends in the flesh in our latest event trailer featuring Apprentice Apsa, Smoke Clan Rhino, and Sylvan Acolyte Maple. Why no Loxodont? Oh my god, bro, they hate us. Okay, anyway, we'll watch that in just a second. We'll probably do a separate video for that reaction. The paid bundle includes 2 new Aether Legend skins, Apprentice Apsa, Smoke Rhino, both a new icon, and down one skin, blah blah blah. I don't care. Not Lox. How many days since the last good Lox skin? Oh my gosh. Anywho, but those are the skins. And as it goes, if you equipped any event skins during this event, it'll progress your battle pass progress throughout the time, and you'll get more points, you'll get more monies. You know how it goes if you are a Rivals player. So let's go. Let's take a look. I'm not gonna lie, the skins look kind of bonkers, so we'll check out the trailer. Additional information on monthly bundle content. As mentioned above, this monthly paid bundle only includes 2 skins instead of the usual 3. Since we recently had to reduce our studio team size, our monthly updates, except for character releases, are planned to feature just 2 character paid event bundles to keep the value the same for the players who like to purchase these. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, they did have to reduce team size, so that's fair. New launch pop-up option. Yeah, I saw this the other day. When you launch the game, you now have the option to pick between DirectX 11 or 12. DirectX 11 takes longer to load up, but you won't get as much stuttering and stuff in the game. It's optimization stuff, but from my experience, when I tried to use DirectX 12, I believe, it took longer to load up, and I mean long. Oh wait, hold on, reading's fundamental, guys. If you're experiencing extremely long load times on DirectX 12 but want to stay on DirectX 12 to keep access to the shader cache feature, try deleting your cache following these instructions. Cool, I'm gonna do this because it literally took so long to launch the game that I just thought the game was just crashing, that it wasn't gonna launch. So I'll be going through these steps. If you're having similar issues, you can take these steps as well. New shop items: Midnight Abyss Reina, Brown Orcane palette. Okay. Tactical Ranger Clarion Fleet. Okay. Boy, Aether Studios, y'all are not beating the allegations today. When is Lox gonna get the love? I better see Lox buffs in these patch notes. I promise you, bro. Jeez. Alright, we got some cool icons here. If you're interested, those are the icons. Apsa ranked skin for the champion Apsa. We got some audio updates for Mecha Apsa. Installed a new module in her mech cloud, and it can play Moon Sailor's track, I Will Shine, when you hold the default taunt. In case you forgot, this is the theme for the 2025 Mecha Madness event trailer sang by. Oh, that's interesting. Cool. I wish Locks got cool stuff like this. Y'all gonna hear me say this all day. If you don't want to hear it, love you. Hit that like button. Maple is the new. Maple has new lines for her Pummel and Ledge special, as well as taunt lines for Pirate and Bird Scanning. Okay, Zetaburn has a custom taunt 2 sound effect. Edalus now has custom Samurai Clarin voiceover now correctly responds. Cool, great. All right, let's get into the gameplay. This is what we're all here for. All right, general changes. Suppress dash attack is now enabled on the default control scheme. This is a good change. Suppress dash attack really helped those people who wanted to do a dash into like a jab or a tilt. Suppress dash attack made it easier, so you're not just automatically doing a dash attack. So they made this a little more on default. It helps newer players get their inputs they want, and so if you don't like it, you can just take it off. So it's default. Good change. Air dodges and attacks that set your vertical velocity to a specific value will now cancel all vertical knockback velocity. This prevents some weird momentum quirks when performing an attack after hit stun, especially if you had a low hit stun multiplier. I'm not sure, but I think this has to do with a bug I've seen recently, where if you got if Crag summoned his wall beneath you and it popped you up, some people just shot up to the blast zone and just got deleted. So I think that's what that's changing. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Let's see what's next. Characters that have used up their wall cling resource will now wall jump when doing wall cling inputs. Okay, as far as I'm aware, the only character in the game that has a wall cling is Maple. But because they said characters that have used up their wall cling, makes me think that either Slade might have a wall cling. I don't believe he will, but they're probably working on a character who will. Does somebody else have wall cling? No, it's just Maple. But that's a general change, so if they add someone else who has a wall cling, there it is. Characters in parry stun can no longer be pushed by other players. This prevents them from being pushed off ledges by forward moving attacks, which would cancel the parry stun. Characters in parry stun can no longer be pushed by other players. Interesting. So I guess this is a collision issue. So I've never encountered this, but apparently if you parried somebody and maybe just ran into them, you get that little slight push effect. If you don't run past them, then I guess that was causing an issue if they hung on the ledge, because they're no longer in parry, as they said. So nice. Shield break will now freeze your edge cancel bottom for ECB for bottom for 60 frames. I'm not super knowledgeable on what ECB. I feel like that means edge cancel buffer, I think. Previously, it was inconsistent whether a character would land on a platform at the peak of the shield break launch arc, since their animation might move their ECB bottom upward. Now every character will behave the same at peak, so you can always. Okay, you better players, please explain this one to me, or I'll just go watch another video. I'll get some clarification. But seems like a good change. Ledge attack, ledge special, ledge jump, and ledge roll now all use a 3-frame buffer instead of the full 6-frame buffer. This is intended to reduce the number of accidental buffered ledge actions. Ledge drop inputs are intentionally excluded, and all inputs performed between the ledge drop input and the actual ledge drop will still be buffered afterwards with the full 6-frame buffer. I'm not sure. This may have to do with another bug I've seen in the locks cord, where people were buffering attacks after after they tech. If you hit them while they're on the ledge and they tech and they get up, maybe. I don't know. I don't know about this change. Not super knowledgeable. I'm not a super duper knowledgeable player, but I'll get some clarification on this one. Anyway, next, attacks now specify a ledge grab frame that occurs after their IASA frame. There were too many aerials that could be performed after a ledge drop, double jump, and still grab ledge afterwards with a generous window. So we've made it possible to prevent them from grabbing ledge without needing to add extra recovery to them. This has been widely applied across the cast, both to prevent ledge grab entirely or to tighten the window where it was possible. Sorry guys, I have ADHD. Some of this stuff I have to read multiple times to make sure I understand what's being said. That's kind of half of the issue. Attacks can now specify a ledge grab frame that occurs after their IASA frame. Aerials that could be performed after a ledge drop, double jump, and still grab ledge afterwards with a generous window. Okay. I think this may have to do with how, let's say Galvin, he'll do a ledge drop, double jump nair, and it will be abysmal for Locks to try and get up with that. I think anyone with like a spinning nair really abused that, and I think Rhino got benefit from that too. So we'll see. I may have to go through and I'm gonna have to check a lot of this stuff. They're going through and changing some stuff that so far I'm not seeing anything I don't like. So let's keep going. Grabbed characters will now have at least as much armor as the grabbing player. This prevents opponents from being hit out of armored throws like Lorena's command grabs. I guess that's for teams. I don't see how that would be an issue, but that sounds like a teams or free-for-all type of situation. Grabbed escape states are now intangible for their full duration. This prevents grabbing players' teammates from getting guaranteed punishes. And okay, fair. All right. All throws will now prevent SDI for the thrown player. Huh? All throws will now prevent SDI for the thrown player. Previously, this only applied to standard throws, while most other throws were given times 0 SDI multipliers to emulate the same behavior. However, this made non-grabbed players hit by the move also unable to SDI it. So this fix makes it properly prevent SDI for only the grabbed player. This also busts all of Reina's command grabs since they were previously SDIable. Interesting. I feel like this is also another change for teams or free-for-all. Maximum vertical distance for grabs has been reduced to 150 from 200. Less likely to grab someone far above or below you. Okay, I'm not mad at this because I've been in a situation where I would be above Lorena doing her special get up and I would still get grabbed from a ridiculous amount. So I kind of like that change. Let me see, who else would that apply to? I guess it technically applies to Locks, but I don't think it'll be that big of a difference. We'll see. Chain grab protection is now removed when bouncing off of a wall or ceiling after missing the tech. Increases the punishment for missing the tech, especially when fighting Crag due to his pillar. Why? I need somebody to explain why. I forgot. Crag is the golden child of this game. If you don't know, Crag is the golden child. Oh my god. Alright, Aether Studios. Love you guys. Fixed a bug that caused characters to teleport through the stage when released from certain grabs. Cool. So a lot of Reina fixes for the most part. Seems like it was general mechanics, general overall gaming mechanics that were causing issues for her. Lovely. Give Lorena grab Arcane with down air on air armada close to the ground, but then got interrupted by a bubble. Arcane could be teleported below the stage. Rip to that. That's crazy. Okay, the meat and potatoes, guys. Let's do it. Let's get on our thinking caps. All right, for Zetterburn, we want to focus on a few of his aerials that were a bit too much, regardless of which hitbox he lands. We're also increasing the hit stun gravity to emphasize his combo ability as a weakness. You don't say. I'm not mad at this. In order to offset his offensive strengths, we're making him get comboed a bit harder than he previously did at mid% and higher. Love that. Love that. As a Lox player, we like this. We like this. Get beat up. Alright. Uncharged neutral special knockback. Okay, that's Shine. This makes it knock opponents down at a much later percent than it did previously. Are we getting Zetter nerfs? Man, alright. Forward tilt, hit knockback. Looks like it has been reduced. Alright, I don't like that too much. This makes it less effective when trading with opponents. Okay, I guess, but I feel like that's gonna make it a really good tech chase now. Because going from 0.8 on the multiplier to 0.35, I feel like that's gonna make this a combo. We'll see. Usually, the thing to keep in mind with patch notes is if when they're messing with knockback is the trade-off for having less knockback is more combo potential. So don't say it. Forward tilt hit forward tilt hit 2 active frames from 3 to 2. Recovery adjusted to keep the same ISA frames. Animation changed so that his arms stay in front of him for the active frames. This reduces disjoint on this move significantly, making it worse at contesting space. Oh. Wait. What? Hold on. Back up. This is not making... Fuck. You didn't hear that, YouTube. I bleeped it out, I promise. Let me make sense of this. The active frames has been reduced from 3 to 2. So that means 1 full frame is already taken out of the active frames. But the animation is changed so that his arms stay in front of him for the active frames. Oh, okay. Okay, so before it was out here, even though the active frame is out here. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Brains, you gotta use them, guys. Even if you don't understand something completely, you just go back, look at it. Neutral air recovery window ledge grab frame. I'm sorry, huh? Neutral air recovery window ledge grab frame increased from 12 to 21. Okay, forward air recovery. Okay, forward air recovery window ledge grab frame. This move was still doing a bit too much even without needing to land, so we're adding more recovery. Oh! Okay, wait. So the neutral... Thank you. Okay, so this is going back to that, to the patch note about the ledge frames. So what Zetter would do, especially with characters like Locks, getting back on the stage, she would ledge drop, jump, neutral air, and then just hurry up and get right back on ledge. And it made it really difficult to get back on stage as far as air edge guarding goes. So I don't mind this change. Cool. Back air. Okay. So they're hitting all of it. Back air, up air. But it's not just on ledge though. Some of these are just getting overall recovery increases. So man, they are tightening up Zetterburn's button mashing. Up air recovery from 17 to 21. This makes it more committal in the air, reduces the combo potential when not landing. Oh, I love that. Okay. Sweet spot knockback. Looks like that has been increased a little bit. Well, no. The base knockback was 8. Yeah, so the base knockback got reduced to 6, but the knockback growth got increased a little bit. So makes it weaker initially, but okay, so until around 110%. Okay, 111. I can count and read. Up air chest hitbox knockback angle has been changed. This makes DI way more effective. Cool. Up air chest hitbox radius increased. Move 15 centimeters upward. This makes Zetterburn have to space the move more precisely to get the more rewarding knockback of the arm sour spots. Okay. Up air recovery window, ledge grab. Okay. Cool. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting Zetterburn getting a whole leash and collar this patch. If you're a Zetterburn player, let me know your thoughts on this, or if I'm completely wrong about all of this. I'm pretty sure okay, Ronald changes. Ronald pretty much just got ledge grab frame changes. Interesting that they're not touching Rano when most of his strengths at the moment, according to most people, came from his edge guarding potential. Not sure why they didn't touch anything else interesting, but okay. I'm not gonna complain because getting edge guarded by Rhino was difficult. Anyway, Raster, he can now perform tilt cancels with strong inputs. Hello? Tilt cancels with strong inputs? Tilts can now jump cancel when hitting any object, not just players. Wait a minute. Fix a bug where hitting an opponent with forward specials projectile while another slipstream is already active would give the extended active frames of the old slipstream instead of the new one. Okay, and then all of the ledge stuff. Cool. This is interesting. I'm gonna have to check in with Perp. He's a Raster player. I'm gonna see how he feels about this. We'll run some games, see how this affects that. I'm not a fan of fighting Raster, but this sounds like it's pretty good for him. Personal opinion. All right, guys. The demon himself, the golden child. The combination of Crag's extreme weight and speed versatility of his recovery tools make him unreasonably resistant to being KO'd. The main goal of these changes is to nerf the speed of his non-pillar recovery options, since they previously made it too easy to quickly climb a wall to potentially reverse an edge guard situation on the opponent. We also want to differentiate pillarless up special and forward special cancels, since they were previously too functionally similar. That's very true. Okay, so these are Crag nerfs. Love it. Ledge drop vertical offset from ledge. -170 to -220. Previously, he would end up very high up relative to the edge when letting go of it. This change is to make the ledge drop areas also gain less height. Okay, we like these. Forward special cancel horizontal speed boost has been increased. additional horizontal speed based on joystick position. Wait, what? I'm not a Crag player. Guys, I have over 1,100 hours on Loxodon, and my next highest level on a character is like 4. And I think that might be like Absa. So I don't know necessarily all of these buttons, but from what I understand, the forward special cancel, which is his ball when he goes supersonic speed, rolling. So the additional horizontal speed boost based on joystick position has been reduced from 10 to 2. Okay. The air friction has been increased from 0.11 to 0.2. Okay. And then the air acceleration from 0.75 default to 0.35. Ooh, goodness gracious. This reduces the maximum speed boost while also making Crag commit more to his forward movement. Love it. The increased air friction makes Crag lose speed faster, effectively reducing the horizontal range of this move at long distances. I like this. Crag was absolutely moving too much out there, and it's a nightmare to edge guard him. Forward special cancels vertical. Boy! Give me a second, guys. I have zero focus right now. Neural gun helps me focus. All right. Neural gun. Sponsor me. This is not an ad yet. They're gonna sponsor me one day, I promise. Come on, Neural gun. All right. Forward special cancel. Oh wait, we're not there. All right. Here we go. Forward special cancel vertical speed boost. We're still on forward special. Jeez. Okay. So the vertical has been reduced down to 16. Cancel gravity down to 0.6. Okay. This makes Crag stall at the peak of the hop for longer before being able to grab the ledge or wall jump, while retaining vertical distance of the move. In combination with the horizontal velocity changes, this makes Crag cover slightly more horizontal distance than before once he reaches the peak of the hop, although it takes longer to reach that point. Love it. Force specials knockback reduction now be less effective against vertical attack. Previously, an attack that sent straight upward would deal no knockback to Crag's forward special while the move is being sent straight on. Vertical moves will only have their knockback strength reduced by half. This makes it so all moves will knock Crag back. And love it. As a Lox player, love it, because I love to stop that move with my disjointed axe of doom. And now I get to bully him for using that move too much. Love this, love this, love this. You guys, Aether Studios is nerfing Crag in a meaningful way. I love this. Up special now reduces horizontal speed by 50% on startup and no longer gives an extra boost when pillar is not available. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Up special startup air friction is now 0. Up special Crag's fastest way to grab the ledge, so now the horizontal distance at which it can grab ledge is significantly reduced. This also makes pillar spawn location more predictable when using it offensively. What? Up special is Crag's fastest? Yeah. So now horizontal distance at which it can grab ledge is significantly reduced. This also makes pillar spawn location more predictable when using it offensively. But the location's always gonna be underneath him. I don't get this part. All the other stuff I get. That part I don't understand and may need clarification. Someone help my caveman brain. Thank you. Thank you. Up special, fall start of gravity. Jeez, bro, they are neutering him. Goodness gracious. Jesus Christ. Okay. Stall at the peak of his hop longer. Yo. Pillar now has a hitbox along the top that reaches 30 centimeters higher than the other hitboxes and can now only hit grounded opponents. Previously, Pillar could lift opponents up without hitting them if their ECB was much lower than their hurt boxes. I think ECB is just the detection of whether or not you're on the stage. Don't know the acronym, but I think that's what it is. This change should make those types of scenarios much less common. Oh my gosh. Pillar knockback on aerial opponents. Oh my. Damn. Okay. Pillar hit stun multiplier on aerial opponents got reduced. Okay. Characters can no longer fast fall after the pillar breaks under them and sends them into a pillar fall state. This gives the player who broke the pillar more time to punish their opponent before they can land, wall jump, or edge. Oh my god, this is crazy. Neutral cargo gets more knockback. This makes it send opponents further at high percents, reducing the combo potential at high percents. Okay. This is a better kill move, but you won't get combo grab. Love it. Aerial down special, knockback. Reduce. Too powerful for how many ways Crack has to set it up, so we're toning it down. And then all the ledge grab stuff. Overhead HUD vertical offset change. Block less. Okay. Man, not gonna lie. Whew. Whew. Are we gonna blame ZB for a lot of these changes? Because the way he was camping on the way he was camping Sophie at Genesis was kind of crazy. But I don't think this has anything to do with ZB this time, but he is notorious for those things. Fleet, mostly ledge grab stuff. Cool. Maple, cool. Clearing, cool. All right, guys, give me a second. I gotta. Let's go. All right, Locks Nation. Let's go. Locks Court. Here we go. Ledge drop, vertical offset. Okay, we got the crack treatment here. Fair enough, bro. Up special will get launched into the top blast zone when breaking pillar. And then all right. No skins, no buffs, no attention whatsoever, boy. Alright, whatever. Grab the lowest hitbox, moved backwards. Okay. This helps to cover a blind spot against short characters who are overlapping Arcane. Who's shorter than Arcane, bro? Anyway. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tilted now. I don't even want to... Bro. I'm looking at the Locks Court, and they're going to be losing their minds, bro. Oh, man. Force special is now projectile intangible while traveling. I guess, yeah, they pretty badly neutered Force special last time. So, I think this helps. This isn't bad. ledge stuff. Up throw, bubble, max initial horizontal velocity has been reduced. Initial horizontal velocity is now determined by the spawn location instead of being random. North side of the spawn area will have leftward initial horizontal. Okay. Upward bubble horizontal velocity now capped at 7 centimeters per frame. Okay. Bubbles will now change their horizontal velocity much 25% as much as before. Okay, so bubbles are less random. Cool. Forest burn. Okay. Smoke clouds will now be destroyed when coming into contact with grab boxes. Really? Interesting. Okay. So characters who okay. Sure. Down strong hitbox radius reduced. I'm not mad at this. Cool. Ledge stuff. Force Burn will no longer command his clone when pressing grab or parry on the ground while the air grab parry setting is set to special. Cool. Alright. Dash attack has a new sound effect. Lovely. Dash attack back hitbox radius shrunk by 10 centimeters and moved 10 centimeters. I'm gonna be honest. Why is it there? Let's just keep it a buck. Why is it there? Great that you reduced it, but for this, you could have just deleted it. Oh. No. Team size reduction. I'm a little tilted, guys. After seeing, granted, Zeder got neutered and Crag got neutered. Good. Oh, good heavens! The rat. Oh, good lord, the rat. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Our main goal with Olympia is to increase the percent. You know what? Wait, let me back up. Let me back up my tilt, guys. They did say that they aren't going to always change every character per patch. They want to focus on a few main characters per main patch and then focus on others later. So we're just going to have to wait. Locks is no priority to them. They want to touch these dominant characters that were kind of... All of these characters were dominating a lot of the majors. Crag, Zeder, Olympia. I'm sure everybody who's a Rivals of Aether 2 player or even viewer can name at least one player who plays those characters, or at least 3 or 4. And they just dominated. So we'll see how it goes. Increase the precision required to take advantage of her strengths, which we achieved by decreasing her horizontal air movement properties. That's interesting. Shrinking some of her hitboxes and adding a sour spot to most of her oppressive options. Her most oppressive option, down tilt. Oh my god. Sandstorm is punching the air. That man loves his down tilt. Alright. We're also adding some counterplay to her most consistent finisher, up special by making it inversely disjointed and allowing opponents to escape if Olympia hits with the first hitbox. Oh, so you can SDI it. We also wanted to address the fact that landing forward special, okay, on an opponent while recovering was often worse than whiffing it. Okay, fair. Maximum horizontal speed reduced from 15 to 12. Oh, jump speed. I was about to say, damn. All right. Horizontal jump speed reduced. Yo, so she's turning into Little Mac. Maximum horizontal air speed reduced to 12. Maximum double jump horizontal speed reduced by 1. considering her extremely high vertical movement stats, which often made it too easy to follow up on certain combo moves, even with full DI out. These changes reduce a horizontal distance Olympia can cover, making her aerial threat range a bit shorter. Okay, so if I'm looking at all of this objectively, right? They neutered Zetter pretty bad. They brought Crackdown, but if I'm looking at the release of Olympia, like a lot of the Rhino players and Zetter players, a lot of them did eventually like gravitate to Olympia. But I think in toning Zetter and Olympia down, they're probably a lot closer to. They're probably going to be a lot closer to Rano's effectiveness. I could be wrong, but that's my theory. Just judging by the changes that they're making, because they did bring down Zetterburn's aerial momentum in previous patches, and Rano already has terrible airspeed too, so maybe. Okay, the effective distance reduction is relatively small, but it gets more pronounced the longer Olympia remains at her max speed. Okay. Gem dash hit crystal knockback reduced. Reduces knockback to a low percent so that it sends opponents into heavy hit stun at higher percents. Cool. No longer creates hitbox when reaching the gem if the gem is broken when she reaches it. Oh, so if we break the gem before she gets there, we don't get hit. That's okay. I like that counterplay. Forward special will now instantly slam the opponent into a wall if touching the wall after frame 24 of the on-hit leap window. So we'll be able to tech it, and if we don't tech it, we get sent to oblivion. Olympia would lose significant height if she hit an opponent with the forward special while recovering compared to if she whiffed, since she would fall so far with the opponent. Now she will slam the opponent much earlier, causing her to gain a little bit of height compared to the whiff. A whiff instead. Okay. Helps her recover, sure. And I guess since they reduced her air horizontal movement, she kind of needs that. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Forward special will now restore her. Forward special will now restore her down special dash cancel resource when grabbing an opponent or her gem. Okay. Forward special slam knockback reduced. Looks like the knockback. No, this is increased. The knockback growth was increased. No, it was. Yeah. It was increased. I'm tripping. Slightly more scaling so that DI away is more effective at high percents. Cool, but that means also it can kill you it can kill you earlier if you DI away. Up special now has a hurt box during the multi hits that fully covers the hit box. Makes it inversely disjointed while rising. Up special now has a hurt box during the multi hits. So the red is the hit box, the green is the hurt box. Okay. Okay. Up special final hit, inner hitbox radius reduced, moved upward and backwards to preserve previous range. Okay. Okay. Alright, not mad at this. I've been hit by this box one too many times in my life trying to recover as locks, because you know we have a vertical recovery. So while Olympia's trying to recover up here, I would be up being and then boom, get hit by that one and get sent to oblivion. So yeah, we like this change. Down special recovery, air friction reduced. Okay, so her down special cancel can get a little more horizontal speed. So what she lost in initial horizontal speed, she gets back with her cancel, and then if she grabs you, she also like this refreshes. Okay. This counteracts the reduced air momentum. Oh yeah, I just said this. Cool. Up till outer hitbox radius reduced by 5 centimeters. This makes no difference, guys. This does nothing. This does nothing. Okay. Down tilt now has 3 smaller hitboxes instead of 2 large ones. Ooh, damn. As a heavy, I'm still probably gonna get hit by this, but those low frame characters. Well, let's see, because the hitboxes are interesting. I like this. I'm a firm believer in this kind of hitbox over others, but she's already a little stubby, so meh. The angle has changed from 75 to 65. Okay. Active frames from 3 to 2. Require more precision since the hitboxes are smaller and less active. The knockback angle changes to make it slightly less rewarding when the opponent is further away from Olympia. Inner hitboxes have priority over the outer. Okay, so technically that means this one will hit you first if you're close enough. If you're right in here, let's say you're right here, you'll get hit by the inner hitbox, which will pop you up like the old version. But if you're out here, you have a better chance of getting knocked out that way. Cool. Neutral air both hits. Foot hitbox shrunk and pulled away. I want to say this does nothing, but we'll see. Recovery, the active frames reduced to 4. Recovery adjusted. Okay. Ledge grab window stuff. Back air all hitboxes radius reduced. I'm not gonna lie, these type of minor changes don't really do much in my opinion. If you're getting hit by this move, if you're getting hit by that, you're probably still getting hit by this. You know what I mean? Ledge stuff. That's a phone call. I'll call you back. Up air recovery window ledge. Okay, yeah. Up air foot radius reduced by 5 centimeters during the middle. This seems much more substantial. This could be the difference between if you get hit or not, in my opinion. Or maybe I'm just. Yeah, I think this is a good change. Okay. Down air landing lag. Cool. Okay. Ops got some changes. Okay. Guys, maybe we didn't get affected, but it looks like all the characters that we've seen in Genesis got the Nerf hammer. But yeah, if you're still with me, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're enjoying the review so far. We're almost done with this, and we'll see if we can get another video in also today. I don't think I'm gonna edit this one. We're just gonna raw dog it out. Let's go ahead and continue with Apsa. Emphasize her. Our main goals with Apsa in this patch to emphasize her weakness as a floaty, tone down her offstage stalling with neutral special, and improve the consistency of some of her grounded moves. We're also giving forward tilt a few small changes to reduce the potency in scramble situations, make its reward more dependent on spacing, and improve its intentionality of forward tilt 2 inputs. Her fast fall speed has gone down. Ooh, okay. One of the main weaknesses of floated characters, their inability to quickly get to the ground. Apsa's fast fall speed was relatively high compared to how floaties normally act, which offset that weakness a bit too much. We're decreasing it so that it's the slowest in the game, since her normal fall speed is also the slowest in the game. Gravity jump. fast falling and double jumping at the same time is unaffected. Okay. Air dodge speed has been reduced. Still the highest air dodge speed in the game, but it makes her wave dash cover slightly less distance overall, decreasing her grounded burst. Cool. Cloud will now attach to static electrified opponents who are in the thrown state. This prevents a situation where Absa would down throw an opponent after special pummeling them, but ledge specials moving Cloud would pass right through them. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Neutrals, because if you timed this properly, I believe that you should be rewarded for getting the attach. I'm not mad at that. Neutral special Cloud Hop will now only get half of the velocity boost for every usage after the first. Okay, diminishing returns. We like that. Cloud Pop cooldown has been increased to reduce stalling. Forward special will now go on a 20 frame cooldown after Cloud Pop. Okay. So she can't like camp you out super hard. The abscess that'll just throw out Cloud, pop it, and then you're still in hit stun, and then they'll throw out another Cloud, pop it. Cool. It goes on cooldown. We love that. Forward special Cloud acceleration reduced. Okay, so it doesn't snipe you hella hard anymore. Cool. It's not that bad, but it's still accelerating. So yeah. Special can no longer perform the second zip if Absa gets parried before the first one ends. Ooh, very good counterplay here. Forward tilt, 1 startup, cool. Forward tilt 1 has a sour spot on the tip with knockback angle of 60. With the knockback angle reduced from 70 to 60. This makes the max range of the forward tilt less punishing on suboptimal DI, although fully inward DI will still be horrible. Okay. Not mad at this. Forward tilt will now only perform the second part if your attack input is in the direction you're facing. Absa can buffer a backward forward tilt 1 after forward tilt 1 without doing forward tilt 2 in the opposite direction of their input. Okay. Alright. So she can do the 1 turnaround 1. I guess before you do turnaround 1. And if you needed to turn around and do it again, it would do forward tilt 2. Which is more which has more in lag, so fair enough. Up tilt early hits now has an up tilt's early hit now has an extra hitbox at the bottom. This increases horizontal range of the low, allowing her to hit opponents right next to her. I'm gonna be honest, she didn't need this. She didn't need this. Like, these are changes that absolutely baffle me, because if you're gonna make this kind of change, put a visual indicator so players understand that that is still a danger zone. The visual indicator shows that everything that is dangerous is above her. So if you add this, and let's say you're a small character, so if I'm Lox, I'm getting hit by this regardless. My Lox is about 2 units tall, right up here, with most heavies. Lox is still gonna get hit by this if he walks in. But say if you're like Arcane or Maple, they benefit from being short. And this interrupts the visual cue that a player would need. That means they would need to go in and study the frame data and all the other stuff. This isn't good for new players. This isn't good for new players to understand. This is the exact kind of hitbox that you guys removed on other characters. Like Edelis's dash attack. Why did that hitbox need to be on the back? So you reduced it. Why are you adding a hitbox with no visual indication that that hitbox is like that area is dangerous for the player? I don't think that that's a good idea. But It's there. Forward strong, up strong, multi hits are now move the opponent during hit pause to guarantee they link up. Sure. Ledge cancel stuff. Ledge grab stuff. Down throw now forces tumble at 0%. Sure. Galvin increase the size of most of his hurt box. Yo, we were just complaining about that in the Locks court. I didn't expect him to do that, but this is actually, like, this makes more sense for his body frame. Like, there was no reason why a character that looks as bulky as Galvin does, like, when you look at him, and it looks like he's a freaking, like, his actual hurt box is the originals. Look at how skinny his frame is. Like, it just didn't make sense. So I like this change. This should make his hitboxes match the model better without making them too much of a liability. Yeah, like, for the visual, all of this is about visual cues, in my personal opinion. Like, and we'll see with some of his other animations. Some hurt tail, hurt box, back up. Some tail hurt boxes are now vulnerable during the active frames of forward tilt, down tilt, neutral. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give him hurt boxes here, bro. Why did he get to, like, have this? I'm not gonna complain. I'm a Locks player. Anyway, I like this change. Yeah, I like this change, especially since he's bigger, bulkier. If you have a disjoint to challenge him, like, as a Locks player who has a disjoint, if I have a disjoint to challenge him, like, Locks' arms go a part of his disjoint. So if I extend my arm on the forward tilt, extending that arm allows Locks to be hurt in that forward tilt. Don't quote me on that. I actually need to go back and check that. But I've been hit before. I think this is a good change. Ignore me, guys. In my opinion, this is a good change. Because micro spacing matters. And if you want to make sure you're hitting him, or at least like in a trade situation, this calls for trading. This is a cause for, say, I can trade with this move. Before, you just had to ultimately respect it without any regard. You had to respect the move. Now you can at least trade and put yourself in a slightly more favorable situation, maybe reset neutral. That's how I feel about it. I could be wrong, but, you know, I'm just a plat player. Ledge drop, vertical offset. Okay, he got the Crag Locks treatment. Special knockback, neutral special knockback, reduced from 2.5 to 2. All hits him. Now ignore knockback armor. Knockback armor prevents weak hits from interrupting strong hits for the first 10 frames. For 10 frames after they connect. This could sometimes lead to forward special failing to link on opponents if they were just hit by something else, like neutral special magnet, when it's returning to Galvin. I guess. Fuck this character. F this character. Reina. I'm expecting, yeah, the business here. Okay. Let's see what we got. This patch, we wanted to give Reina a few small quality of life buffs, such as increasing her chair resistance to getting knocked off stage by projectiles. What? Why? If I have a projectile and that is my counterplay to the chair, why does it need resistance? Fair enough. Giving her grab aerials a few more active frames and making up strong a little better at hitting opponents on platforms above her. I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. I'm a big body. We're also reworking down throws since the situations it was creating weren't very interesting. Okay. Wall jump, horizontal speed reduced. This allows her to hit Craig's pillar with both a nair and bear after wall jumping off of it. Okay. Ledge drop vertical offset. Yep. Cool. Hitting another player will now bring your chair off cooldown. Oh. Okay, well this is fair. I'm not mad at this. Reminds me of this is like slipstream mechanics. I'm okay with this. You get reward for engaging, so I'm not mad at that. She can save her chair after. Okay, yeah. Attacks that deal no knockback will no longer knock the chair back. Maple Seed will no longer put the chair in cool. Oh, I didn't know this was a thing. Okay, so that's fair. Minimum knockback when an article hits the chair is now at 13. So weak projectiles are much worse at repositioning the chair. I don't have a weak projectile, so I'm not worried about it, but yeah, makes sense. I imagine like Ronald's dart being an issue before this change. So neutral special's chair will now go on cooldown after being parried. Ooh, okay. Chair will go on cooldown after being destroyed by Clarence plasma field. Cool. Up special will now fall slower 10 frames after reaching the peak. Okay, that's fair. Helps her recovery. Up special's lowest hitbox can now only hit grounded opponents. This box was only there so that this move doesn't whiff on grounded opponents, but it was also grabbing airborne opponents below Reina. Cool. Down special vertical speed boost. Okay, not mad. Down special roll horizontal knockback will now always be in the direction Reina was moving. Cool. Off-stage platforms will now be summoned at a consistent height relative to the stage floor instead of at the bottom of the blast zone. Didn't know that was a thing. Cool. Those that can summon the off-stage platform will now go into the grab release state if the opponent breaks free for any reason while you're falling. Sounds like a free-for-all situation or team. Up strong hand hitbox radius increased. It's not egregious, but well, let's see. Yeah, that's snatching up a body. Okay. Down strong sour spot. Base knockback is the same. Knockback growth has been increased. Okay. Ledge grab. Okay, all of that's the ledge grab stuff. Okay, cool. All right, that's the patch notes. This video is extremely long, but I just wanted to go over all of those patch notes. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you think of the video. Should I edit it next time? I don't think I'm gonna edit this one. But I just kind of want to see what you guys think about the patch. And I'll catch you guys in a little bit. We're gonna go watch the trailer. Might just make that one a short though. We'll see. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.